Hold it! Just now, you said those two. Who were the two people you were referring to?
I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir.
Lotta's not a foreigner, despite how she talks.
Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. Her outfit and simply manner of speaking is just so outlandish that I couldn't even imagine she was from Earth. And I couldn't stand her atrocious English. Not to mention she looked awful.
Oh, jeez.
I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot.
Hey, is someone talking about me?
In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Excuse me, you're going to make me pay a bill because I broke into a place where someone was murdered?
Yes.
Phoenix, don't go forward at Tedgeworth.
Yeah, he's dead apparently.
Edward is dead.
Yeah.
He can't pay for anything.
Oh my goodness, that is true.
Oh, thanks.
What did you do after that, Miss Faye?
Hold it! Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind.
Then why didn't you?
Yes, that is a very good point.
At the time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another...
Another what, madam?
Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. It was because she had to drag the thing out of the room with Einie in it.
I bet.
Yeah, then question is,
Yeah, I want to hear the end of that sentence.
man, I would really like the person who controls me to click the top button.
Always. They do switch
It's
it up.
like
I will
Inside
say,
Out, but it's the three of us screaming in
they
Phoenix's
do
head.
switch which button it is, top or bottom. So we do have to be on our toes in that respect.
True.
There was another reason you wanted us both out of that room, wasn't there? Tap, you must testify! Why did you chase us out of the room?
I simply did not wish for there to be more victims.
Oh, you think you're so innocent.
This is a deep slurp. There's no way that's water, and I'll leave it at that.
It was never water.
It was always tea.
No!
The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself.
Yeah, sure.
Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Faye.
Yeah, sure. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us.
Well, looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you.
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Faye, please continue.
You heard her, Mia. Go ahead.
Testify.
During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement?
I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. Which statement am I talking about? The one right now or the one past? Which one's a lie? No one will know. Two truths and a
Well,
lie.
first of all, he means the earlier one, but two, objection. Improper impeachment, okay? Jeez. Second of all, objection. Hearsay.
Oh. Third of all, objection. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Plants for hire.
That's not an objection.
But why would you
But it
lie
should
about
be.
something like that?
No, I was trying to do one with perjury. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Perjury, your pants are dirtily.
Dirty.
I was really
Hey.
so happy you aborted it originally. And then
Wow.
when you started it back up again, I could only look in slow motion as the car crash drove past me. I'm banging on the glass windows. Walter! Walter!
You were...
Ori!
What?
Oh, I got the meme backwards. There's actually Hank. Let's superimpose me saying Hank over Walter. Okay.
No.
Hank. There you go. It's fixed.
I can't do the line if you keep making me laugh. It's very painful for me to say this, however.
The witness was lying to cover for the defendant.
She was covering for Maya? I'm questioning this further. Tap! Point! So you were covering for the defendant, you say?
Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred.
Oh, please.
That... What is wrong?
It rings pain in my ears when you do that.
I was about to say, it sounds like that sound is really grating on you.
It is!
That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Sip, sip.
Something unexpected. What pray tell did she... Oh!
This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened.
I'm sorry, the onomatopoeia that they put was oog.
Ugh.
Oog.
You gotta end, there's a glottal stop on the G.
Very, very impressive.
Yeah. umlaut, tilde, and such.
Oh my god.
If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later.
Yes, very well.
Later is right now! Ugh. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? That lunch lady's food was bad today.
Would you prefer a VIP?
No.
Now, Witness, continue with what happened.
These are such lies.
Hold it! Was it really that easy for her to escape from you?
I'm ashamed to admit such a thing. However, yes, Sip.
But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There is no way she could have escaped from you so easily.
Jackson, it's like she was possessed. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey, and she had a gun.
Ah!
Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand.
And that is why we'll never understand you, Judge.
And I will never understand you, young'un.
How old are you, Judge? That's the real question. Nobody knows.
Not a clue.
Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. Sip.
Nurses obviously know where the nerves are, and so her Vulcan neck pinch was super effective.
She was secretly Tai Li and she had chi blocking capabilities. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away?
Well, yes, I would have. However, she apparently hit me instead, and I'm going to press that as well.
Hold it! You fainted?
I became dizzy and then collapsed to the floor.
This is a children's game. I can't die. I just faint.
How long were you unconscious? This is concerning.
I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps, Sip.
And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time.
Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us.
Happy is not the word I'd
I'm
use.
not happy.
It's the word I used, Judge.
Hold it! Is that because you were unconscious?
Phoenix. Why, yes, Sip.
Great. Well, now what? We're gonna question further. So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went.
I would think that's obvious, good sir. Sip.
If that's true, tap, point, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all?
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder that myself. How dare you make me think, Phoenix?
It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness.
What do you mean by that?
It means she has another witness up her sleeves. What? Looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness.
That's enough.
Oh no.
From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony.
There's a ton wrong with this witness's testimony. Do I have her deposition statement from before that I can, show and be like, what the
Why did you say this the first time?
And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber.
We literally just said that we couldn't do that.
I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. No Larry this time.
Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber?
Yes, that is exactly what we should be.
Be quiet, you!
Oh my god.
Now then, what the escapee had done when she had gone to speak with a certain person.
They're gonna paint it
Eeny,
as
meeny.
she went to talk with Eni, yeah. Because
Yeah.
she's the sister, right?
Yep.
But that's false. Because Pearl was over there playing with her ball and nobody was there. But how do I say that?
We'll get there eventually.
She went to speak with someone? Who? I have no idea.
Who was it?
Yep.
The prosecution calls Miss Eeny Meeny, who was sleeping in the side room at the time.
Eeny meeny?
And she gave us a death threat before
She literally-
leaving
she
her
was
the
like,
other day.
You can't prove nothing.
I think you can see where this is headed.
Witness, name and occupation. Okay. So my name is Eeny Meeny. I'm researching parapsychology stuff at the university.
What is this parapsychology?
I don't know yet, but I'm learning. That's the point of going to class, so I can learn that stuff. But it's I guess the occult stuff?
Or even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means.
You ever use a Ouija board, Judge?
Oh yeah, I did that the other week to contact one of my old friends.
There's
Sorry,
nothing
that
else
was
to add to
dark.
Poor David Gant.
Oh, I mean, he did get
Yeah.
electrocuted multiple times.
I was thinking the same!
Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now then, Miss Meany, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Period. Is this correct? Objection. Well,
Bleeding.
like I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor? Loads
You
whip
have
with
been
malicious
leading
intent.
the witness throughout this whole thing, but yes, sir, I'm terrified of your whip, so I'm just gonna let you do whatever the hell you please.
Oh my goodness.
For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine, for my sake. Ugh.
I have to drink enough water for Phoenix to sweat that much. Jesus.
Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. I was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. Like, dark and foreboding. Like, parapsychologically.
And like, what was it?
Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister?
Judge, you really, please wrap your mind around this a
What are
little
the
more.
goddamn odds? Well, world, don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey?
Really now, Your Honor.
We
Just
can
as
agree
bit
on
of
something,
honesty.
Von Karma.
Judge is
My
an
faith
idiot.
was still in the middle of channeling at the time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister?
Yes.
Yeah, Your Honor. Yeah, Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh, well, this is...
Ignore her resting face. Witness!
That's why Aini has her like eyes closed all the time so she could look happier.
Yeah, right?
Like, yeah, in your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Assuming you aren't referring to Mr. Phoenix, right? Why don't you tell this court what that terrible thing was?
What?
I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to?
Yes.
Of course.
Miss Meany, please.
My sister? Like, this is what she said to me.
I was waiting for when it went black, I was waiting
was
for the
waiting for
locks to come.
psyche locks.
Yeah!
She just decides to go into the shuttle room.
Yeah, gently.
That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills, is what she said. Brrr, as she was re-imitating it. I was murdered by that person.
Yeah, this is a two birds with one
And then
stone.
she, like-
They both get
And
what
then
they
she
want.
like re-imitated the explosion noise. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? She asked in a rhetorical question, Aini. And then she imitated the fiery effects.
She took her revenge. Are you sure that's what she said?
Like, in between the onomatopoeia. Yes. There. Are you satisfied, Your Honor?
I still can't believe it.
Good,
But
good.
luckily, this witness isn't Santa Claus, and you don't need to believe her.
No!
I
No.
can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge.
Wouldn't that mean it's not Maya's fault though, and we can just move the fuck on?
Yeah, seriously!
Done! Case closed! Maya's innocent!
I
It
can't
was the
believe it, Your
spirit.
Honor. Or I won't. It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point this as the truth. Cutsy. The end.
What do you think, Mr. Wright? You're
I
the
think-
only one with brains in this
I
court.
think this is a load of bull.
It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted
No, they're-
for, though.
This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it one huge lie?
Of course it was, Phoenix.
Wasn't that in your head?
I am a ghost. I can mind read. We've established this.
Mia, how did you read my mind? But forget that, that's later. What do you mean?
That's well constructed, but that's all it is. That even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies.
Apparently we couldn't do that for your aunt's testimony, but we can do that for this one? I don't know.
Well,
Tap.
second time's the charm. You know what they say.
Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine the witness, which I should do literally anyway, no matter what. Point. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Got him.
Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last? What?
Trial. This trial more
Like, this
or
will be more
this
entertaining
witness
than the
more
last.
entertaining than
This
doing
witness,
Morgan. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
I hope you enjoyed watching this episode of Ace Attorney. We play live once a week on Twitch and YouTube.
Thank you so much for the Giga Chads who became members. We really appreciate it.
If you like what you've seen so far, consider giving us a like, commenting, or subscribing for more content and chaos from us.
Oh, I'm not asking. I'm telling you. Subscribe.